Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, nice to meet you guys. All right,
yeah,
so
nice.
let's
Me too.
yeah, let me just check if we can start Amy now. Let
Yeah.
me just see if the live stream is rolling now. Okay, I guess we can start now. Are you guys ready to start Amy?
Uh, I'm ready. How's everyone else?
Yes, I'm ready
Me
to.
too.
All right, so let us formally introduce the AMA to everyone. So hello everyone, welcome to another amazing Binance Live AMA here at Crypto Astronaut. And today, guys, we will be getting to know more about Waterfall protocol. And today, guys, we will be accompanied by some of their team members. We have I'm not sure how to pronounce your names, guys. So can you guys introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. My name is Sergey Gribnyak. I'm the head of research for Waterfall protocol.
I am Yevhen Leonchik from Waterfall research team.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alexander Nashevan. I'm developer team lead. I am working on this project 3 years. Thank you.
Okay, nice to meet you, Mr. Alexander, Mr. Sergey, and Mr. Yevhen. So, they will be the one who will be answering all of our questions all throughout this AMA. So, once again, guys, welcome to Crypto Astronauts community. So, of
Thank you.
course, yeah, to take a moment to get to know, of course, our guest for today. Can you guys introduce yourselves once again to our community? But this time, of course, we'd love to know more about the team and your experiences in the space.
Sounds good. Okay. So my name is as said previously, my name is Sergey Gribnyak. I am head of research for Waterfall. Prior to that, basically, so I am in software development for 18 years already. I'm a PhD in computer science, and basically, Waterfall is based on my PhD. So prior to that, I was running a software development company for quite some time. I was joining the projects sometimes as technical co-founder or sometimes launching my own projects. And one of the projects which I was a technical co-founder of was acquired by one of the top 10 banks in the United States. So it was a fintech, but not blockchain. Uh, it happened in 2020. Also, uh, my blockchain journey started in 2017, and basically all my let's say blockchain career was I was building infrastructure around for Ethereum inspired ecosystem. So at that time, one of the first layer tools of Ethereum was developed by our team, which I was leading, and then basically Waterfall also was the kind of continue of this journey as it is EVM compatible protocol, and that's pretty much it. Over to you, Alex.
Hello, I am Alexander Nashevan again, and I have a master's degree, and uh, and I work in software development more than 15 years. I am working with Sergey Gribnyak about maybe more than 7 years, and when he asked me about what about block dark protocols, about waterfall, and I told yes, it's a good idea and good interesting project, and we started working on it. Also I have I'm LTPL members, and I open source lead. We work on current requirement transactions. So it was idea Sergey and also. Um, so work with the blockchain technologies. I working maybe uh, when maybe 9 years, maybe 8 years. It's a lot of time I working, and we working like developing smart contracts, and we developing some payment system. Also, we working on Plasma Cash for Ethereum, and the next our steps with Sergey. It's our future technology, Waterfall, Dark Protocol. So maybe that's all. Maybe Sergey, Evgeny, continue.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yevhen, and I'm an associated professor with PhD in mathematics at Odessa National University in Ukraine. My primary area of research is mathematical modeling of computer and economic complex systems. Participated in multiple international scientific studies. The last 7 years, I have focused on the field of distributed ledger technology and have been involved in numerous projects related to decentralized public and private networks. I have worked at Waterfall for over 2 years and excited about this project potential to make a positive impact in the mass adoption of decentralized systems. So I'm glad to be here to answer your question about our research. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much for your introduction, guys, and I'm really amazed by your experiences, your long experiences in this space, and your professions as well. So it's very nice to know about the team. So before we move forward to getting to know, of course, the waterfall protocol, I'm just going to explain that this AMA is divided of two segments. So firstly, I will ask some introduction questions about the basics of waterfall, and then, actually, before this AMA, we let our community members to send out their questions about Waterfall Protocol, and with that, we picked a total of 6 questions from them. So I hope you guys are ready for the live questions as well for later on. Okay, so starting with our first segment for today, can you guys, maybe for starters, can give us an overview as to what waterfall is all about, and what type of technology is waterfall utilizing?
Yeah, I'll take this question. So I will start sharing the screen and we'll do some quick introduction of what is Waterfall. So 1 second. So yeah, now you see the screen.
Yes, it's visible, Mr. Sergi.
Yeah, so we go to Waterfall. Sorry. Yeah, we go to waterfall.network. That's our website. We will soon be updating it. So here you can read something about what is it we're doing. Some news media which wrote about us, and our social channels. Basically, so the easiest way to explain what is waterfall is to review the. So here is the button how to join the testnet, and it will lead us to the network statistics page. So I will go through the elements on this page later on, but for us to understand what is waterfall, the easiest way is actually to review the Explorer. So this is a live Explorer of our testnet, and 1 moment, it is loading. Yeah, so basically this is how waterfall works. And each of these drops is a block. And the block structure is nearly identical to Ethereum. So if we click here, for example, we will see the pretty much the same data which is included in Ethereum block, except mainly this part where we have references to the parent blocks. And in Ethereum or another blockchain, you have only one reference because it is the rule of how the chain is built. It is one parent, one child rule. So basically, each block has only one predecessor. So this allows us to have parallelism, and this is, by the way, where the name is coming from. So for example, if we would visualize the blockchain like this, we would just have the straight line like this one or like this one, etc. So one block is happening after another. In our case, we have parallelism in terms of the block production, and we are also working on the concept of parallel processing, which is described in multiple papers, which are present on our website, and I will show later how to do this. So what it allows us to have? It allows us to have very high scalability, but at the same time preserve a very high level of decentralization. So basically, consensus initially designed for Waterfall to be able to accommodate, even on this first version, millions of validators. So we arguably can be either one of the most or maybe even most decentralized and one of the most scalable technologies which are currently out there. All of this is combined with very low node requirements. It is 2-core CPU, 4 gigabytes of RAM. So for comparison, the average, popular smartphones have 4 to 8 core CPU and I think 8 to 32 gigabytes of RAM. So basically, node requirements for our protocol to work is multiple times less than an average smartphone has right now. So this makes us very optimistic in terms of launching soon the client for portable devices, including smartphones, and we are already working on this. So basically, here on the website, for example, you can find the section research papers, and here you can find a lot of papers which basically are describing various angles of how Waterfall works. So here you can find the white paper. So this is actually it describes how the protocol is. On a high level, basically description of the main mechanisms of Waterfall. Here also you can find this is basically. So what we do is actually we utilize two levels of parallel processing on two levels. First, on the parallel processing on a single shard level, and second, parallel processing on multi-shard level. So subnetworks, this is the paper, and by the way, this is our invention. We're actually thinking to rename it because term subnetworks was used by multiple other technologies, but it's not the same what they do. This is actually our invention, and we probably will rename it. So this is it describes the parallel processing on the single shard level. So here also a couple of papers on the tokenomics. Basically, this is the paper regarding recurring transactions, which Alex highlighted, where we all are the members of the working group at IEEE Standards Association. Here, basically, Gazolandia, it is basically how finality is achieved. This is also another paper about economics. As I said, there are multiple of those, and basically a lot of. I will not be going through all of them, but yeah, you can get here and review them and basically get deeper level of understanding how about the theoretical basis of how Waterfall works. Now, on this section, documentation, we actually we are going to, this also describes on a higher level waterfall. So first of all, this is an overview section where you can basically read different different aspects of of how waterfall works and kind of brief introduction of it. Also, here you can find how you can join the testnet. So basically, this is an RPC endpoints, and you can join it using MetaMask. So here is a guide how you can join MetaMask. Here is how you can get test coins, and different. By the way, bridge basically it is the testnet is connected over the bridge already to Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So generally speaking, this testnet can serve as a side chain for Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, but again, it is not a chain, but there is not there is not term for that. So let's call it side chain. So here, basically, how we recently released one-click setup node, so you can actually the process of installation became easier, significantly easier. So here you can get the guides on how you deploy smart contracts using various clients. So here we have Hardhat, Remix, Truffle. So here are the examples of, for example, tokens WRC20, WRC721. They are actually identical to ERC20, ERC721. And here is a guide on how you can go ahead and deploy your own version of Uniswap on Waterfall. You just copy and paste, and basically, yeah, you can just do it. And yeah, the beauty of Waterfall, it has these advantages in terms of performance, but it uses actual Ethereum virtual machine, so you can just copy and paste many of the like smart contracts from Ethereum or other EVM protocols, and they work exactly the same way. So here are some demos: Uniswap, Aava, and Curve Finance. So these are just copies of them, so it's not official dApps. It is basically how we are showing how the the compatibility of with the VM. So we migrated, we have taken open source code and migrated it, and it was easy, and this is why we're saying that yeah, it's not difficult. So here you can find different test results. So this is the test results. We had actually 8 testnet. Yeah, and this 8 testnet probably will be the last testnet before the launch, which I will talk about it a little later. So first test was conducted in 2022 in February, and we got to basically 2,000, a little more than 2,000 transactions per second. So there are different other tests was conducted. So you can review it here. And yeah, the last test was conducted in the January of last year, and we basically have a little more than 11,000 transactions per second already, and this parameter will be going up going forward because there are this concept which I talked about, subnetworks, and basically virtually unlimited chatting will be boosting the scalability further. So we have reasons to expect that these numbers will be growing. So yeah, that's what we have. So now we will spend a little time on this page. So this is the statistics for the current testnet. It is so basically block producers are called workers. You can read here what are workers. So it is a description. So 2,048 workers are controlled by the development team, which is us. Currently, the network has basically 2,451 workers with 4 workers added in the last 24 hours. So basically more than 400 workers are already controlled not by us, but by our community. So we have to say that one user can have multiple workers on a single node. And when we were counting the number of nodes, basically our workers are based on 64 nodes. And when we were calculating it a couple of days ago, currently the number will be bigger. 71 nodes is 71 servers already controlled by other teams. So if by the number of workers we kind of still have the majority of the network, if we will count by the number of servers on which these workers are set up, community already owns more than half of the network. And yeah, and this is really cool because this testnet is not incentivized, and we sincerely appreciate the attention community pays to our work. So here you can see the rewards. So basically the rewards are structured the way that the less workers, basically the less block producers we have, the higher the rewards. So it is done like this to encourage decentralization, and Yevgen can tell later more details about it. So, and yeah, you can find a lot of this information already covered in our AMA sessions. We're doing it every other week. So the recordings are here. You can go to YouTube and listen to what is basically what is Waterfall and how the various aspects of it works. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's go to the questions.
Thank you so much for that very great presentation, Mr. Sergey. That really explained nearly everything about Waterfall. Thank you so much for that. Another question that I have for you guys is what would be the specific problems that the team saw and is now trying to resolve using your Waterfall protocol? So are there like any specific problems that you've seen that we have to resolve this, something like that?
Well, would you like me to take this question? Well, okay, that's probably is yes. So yeah, well, let me start sharing the screen again. So basically, what Waterfall allows to do. So we have combined scalability and decentralization and low node requirements. What does it mean? So currently in the industry, there are some narratives that nobody cares about decentralization. And it kind of, to me, it sounds like, why are we spending time in Web3 then? Because Web3 assumes that decentralization should be present. And if basically, if nobody cares about decentralization, why are we doing Web3? Web2 was working just great, and we could have kept it going. So we analyzed the number of nodes. So yeah, we basically wait 1 second. We analyzed the number of nodes which are present on other popular technologies. And yeah, I will start sharing the screen again. Screen. So this post is actually present on my LinkedIn, and you can find it here. 1 second. So so basically, yeah, here it is. So this is the number of block producers on the network. So we have a leader Ethereum. At that time, it was almost 1 million. So maybe right now it is a little more than that. Here are the dates when we check this. After that, it is followed by Gnosis with more than 150,000 nodes. Then we are talking about Bitcoin, and then all other networks. And basically, if we will review the and here are the new ones, the old ones, etc. So you can go ahead and check this information. So, but the reality of current state of distributed ledger technology that it is either scalable or decentralized. And most of the protocols, they have the number of nodes measured in hundreds. The protocols which are measured in thousands, it is already considered like very decentralized. So, and we are able to actually produce to have more nodes than any of these technologies, and this number with the release of the client for mobile devices will make this number even bigger. And what it allows to happen. So first of all, it allows to efficiently operate in the kind of let's say different IoT use cases where you have a lot of devices with low processing, basically with lower hardware requirements which are operating with each other. And also the implementation of DAG with parallelism on the multiple levels allows it to going forward become the more decentralized it is, the more scalable it is. And it allows to preserve all the standards of EVM, which actually there was another post regarding statistics that basically the most of the protocols. Now, this is, by the way, a main session with our team. So here is Ron Reznik, who is the former executive director of Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. This is Jeff McDonald, who is the former co-founder of NEM, which at some point reached even top 3 on CoinMarketCap, followed by being right after Bitcoin or Ethereum. This is Richard Wang, who is a general partner at Draper Dragon Fund, and Michael Turpin, who is on multiple levels involved in the crypto industry and was even called a godfather of crypto. And yeah, by the way, this was the post what I was looking for. So if we will review the basically the number of dApps on EVM, we have like 90% of the dApps are EVM. So and this allows us to have all these new for the industry features, technology features, but allowing to preserve the standards which are already established by the market. And this level of decentralization and this level of scalability can potentially introduce even new use cases. And we can be speaking here of the concept of like mega dApps. So for example, what is large decentralization? Large decentralization means that there is a lot of devices where the software is installed. And for example, when we had messengers appeared, right, we had many devices where this software was installed, and basically it allowed them to create later additional functions for messengers, and for example, creation of such mega apps like WeChat. A lot of the functionality which is present on the current mega apps could be basically could be implemented in Web3 environment, and this could potentially introduce the concept of mega dApps. And we so far are not observing it, but the opportunity is there, and yeah, this is why we are working on Waterfall. Yeah, I'm sorry for this long response, but I hope it provides some light on what is it we're doing.
Yeah, that actually clarified everything, Mr. Sergey. Thank you so much. And another thing that I have in question, because I've seen on the website that the distribution protocol is based on the technology that you guys are using, which is directed acyclic graphs, the DAG technology. So can you clarify more about this? Because maybe some of our listeners do not fully understand, because some can be not so techy, right? So yeah, maybe you can clarify more on this. And what does it actually do?
I think Yevgen, maybe you will take this question. So
Please, can you start and I will continue.
So yeah, basically directed acyclic graph. Oh, okay, so let me put it this way. Directed acyclic graph is a little about graph theory. So what is a graph? Graph is the structure which consists of the nodes and basically of vertices and edges. And well, let me start sharing the screen again. So here is the. So yeah, this is the data structure which consists of edges and vertices. And basically here we have basically vertices are blocks and edges are the connections between blocks. So the graph is called directed when edges have directions. So in our case, the direction is actually reference to the parent blocks. And it is called acyclic when it doesn't form cycles. So for example, basically in that case, following edges, you can never return back to the same edge. But there are cases where we can basically. Well, let me try to I'm actually sometimes reading the. Yeah, here it is. This is actually the tutorial I was doing on directed acyclic graphs, and various implementation of them in the distributed ledger technology. So basically, yeah, this is what is the graph. This is how the graph looks. So edges and vertices, and for example, if we are reviewing the network, right, the network could be utilized, could be envisioned as a graph where routers are the vertices and connections between are the edges, like Bluetooth, for example, or different other devices, like could be visualized like this. So, well, we will not go too deep into these details about degrees of vertices and other things. So, directed acyclic graphs. So again, the graph is becoming directed when edges having directions, how I explained. So, for example, here we can see if we review it as a one-way roads. Basically, this they can potentially also these paths uh, could be envisioned as a graph, and the famous task, famous problem which graph theory is solving is a traveler salesperson problem. So how we can find the shortest or the cheapest or the or basically or somehow anyhow different other qualities path from one point to another. So for example, say Google Maps or different other kind of path finding applications, they are also utilizing graph theory. So and cycle, that basically means this is how cycle looks. So now how it can be presented on the, so how directed graphs where they are used. For example, file system also can be envisioned as directed acyclic graph where one folder belongs to each other, and this is, by the way, a special type of directed acyclic graph, which is called a tree DAG or a polytree. So, and by the way, blockchains can be envisioned like this as well. And here, for example, yeah, the different like multimodal logistic path could be envisioned like this type of graph. So I don't go to degree of vertices because to save time. So yeah, here is, for example, so envision this situation, right? The tree, and then imagine you are turning it to the like 90 degree. So you can get basically you're getting Bitcoin. So every basically Bitcoin and many other blockchains can be envisioned like a tree graph. So if we are talking in general, pretty much all of the distributed ledger technologies could be envisioned as that. And but this is a special type of graph, which is like a poly tree, and this is how it looks. So 1 second here, let me go through the other details and so one of other application basically for graph theory is arbitrage, and basically when graph forms the cycle, there could be found the opportunity for, say, triangle arbitrage. And this basically this is a special type of cycle. There are two algorithms, Bellman-Ford and Floyd-Warshall. These algorithms are different from other algorithms because they are able to find the negative cycles. So if the negative cycle is found, basically there could be an arbitrage opportunity. So again, this is like pretty long presentation. So long story short, directed acyclic graphs allows us to have parallelism on the multiple levels. So parallelism in terms of the block production and later parallelism in terms of the block processing, which allows us to have high scalability achieved algorithmically. Because of this being achieved algorithmically, it allows us to preserve very low node requirements, and this potentially can bring even principally new use cases to the industry. I think, yeah. let's leave it here.
Very detailed explanation. In simple words, instead of one chain of blocks, we have a chain of slots. And every slot consists of a few blocks. And those blocks connected with other blocks from previous slots.
Thank you so
Very
much.
simple. Very
Yes.
simple word.
Yeah,
Also, I want to add some more technical information about how we use it on Waterfall protocol. So, like told guys before, in one time, one slot, our network can create multiple blocks. Then these visions, we have two networks. One network is block duck networks where we have multiple creates in one slot. Also, we have coordination network where it's in future it will be two block duck. Now it's because we have one shard, one block duck network, we have one line in coordination network. And in coordination network, our coordinator, they voting about their vision in block duck network. So after and main consensus works in coordination network, and after that, after consensus, like they see block duck part and send this information to block duck network, and block duck network has deterministic algorithm and use this block duck information and consensus from coordination, ordering this ordering these blocks, and we have so we have line like blockchain, but line ordering, and it's a good idea because we use it. We can use smart contracts, and because of it, because other block duck projects use only transactions and not a lot of projects to support smart contracts because they have only block duck in system. We have and block duck and blockchain together. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much as well, Mr. Alexander and Mr. Yevhan, for sharing your insights as well. And thank you for the great presentation, Mr. Sergey. I mean, that really helped us to visually understand how the DAG works. So, before we move forward to our community question, maybe we can touch a bit about the token that you guys have, the coin, native coin. So that is the water coin. Am I right with that? Let me check. I think so, right? The water coin. All right. So
So
yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
basic.
Agree.
So this is we all are from technical team. So yeah, there is a Waterfall native coin, which basically yeah, which serves the governing purpose of the network. I suggest actually for people who are the token distribution, coin distribution is done on the side of association, which we are basically this is a different entity, and coin related questions can be addressed there. You can join our communities through our website, and there will be announcement on how to basically many coin related questions will be addressed there. So basically, yeah, that's an answer.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Sergey. So that's just something that I've seen on the website. But thank you so much, guys. All of those presentations that you've presented to us really helped us, of course, to understand how the waterfall works. Considering that you guys are specialized on this, so thank you so much for making it much more simple for people to understand, to people who are listening to us. So on this AMA, guys, we actually, as I mentioned, we picked some questions from the community. So most of the questions are actually about the test net. So I hope you guys are, ready to answer some of them.
Yeah, we are happy to. Basically, the questions we are not answering is and basically these are one of the most popular questions. I remember when I was at East Denver, we have done AMA, and from basically from 11 questions, 8 questions were how to buy coins.
Yeah.
These questions we will not be able to provide answer. Please follow the communities which are managed by association, and then basically they may do the announcement. The rest we are able to provide the answers to.
Yes, for sure. I understand that, Mr. Sergi. So, the first question that I have here is, let me read it for you guys. I've seen that the Waterfall Node desktop app is now available on testnet 8. I want to support Waterfall, though I don't know much about blockchain technology. Before I go and try the testnet on my PC, can you tell us what are the things that I can possibly do on the testnet, and how will we be able to express feedback from our experiences during testnet?
Alex, I think this is your question. Yeah.
Okay, first questions. Our test network, which we provide for our community, is based on Docker technology. So we develop our projects. We use Golang language. It's a good language for our project because we have a lot of parallel processing which should work together and one time, and multi trading technology provide us to optimization our processes. So we use Golang language and compile some binary. Yes, and in Docker works it's binaries and user use. After then we have we had feedback for our community, and they told us about it's good what we use Docker, but a lot of we have but Docker it's a layer between it's additional layer between our application and network, and we wanted to remove this layer, and we started working on click setup in native desktop application, and which was introduced last week, and for Windows and Mac OS, and also in future we will have for Linux too, and users started to use that, and we waiting for feedback from them, and also we have plan to deploy second version, next version, and we want to use to do good experience for user and use our nodes. And no, next our vision is we will develop our nodes for mobile device. So it's our next plans this years maybe. So maybe that's all for questions.
Yes, that's a good one. Thank you so much for answering that, Mr. Alexander. All right, so I have another question here, and I think we've Mr. Sergey presentation already showed about this, about the around 2,000 plus workers already. So his question is, it's impressive that there are like a total of 2,450 workers already, not sure with the numbers, to support the most awaited mainnet. Can you tell us how do we become an early worker? And how does the reward mechanism work? And how much are needed to become a worker?
I will start and Evgen will continue. Basically, you can so the important it is important to remember this page. Basically, it is so first you are going basically on the home page. This kind of join testnet. It will probably be here on new design as well. And the page, it is stats.waterfall.network. So it will always be redirecting to this statistic page. And here you can basically, you can download the one-click setup and become a worker. So regarding rewards, Evgen will provide some information.
Thank you for giving me the floor. I would like to say that every network account can stake a fixed number of coins, 3,020 and 200 waters, to become a worker for operation. You can add up to 16 workers on one node, one devices. The number of workers you have should match the hardware resources you possess, and fast internet speed is also essential. By the way, HDD memory size doesn't increase when you add additional worker. About our rewarding system, the Waterfall platform's native coin serves as a primary digital assets, and block production is incentivized with minted reward for each finalized block of the coordinating network. This means that new coins will be issued to compensate coordinators for ensuring the required security guarantees. Earn points are accrued to workers every epoch. At the start, the reward rate is pretty high. However, as the number of workers increase, the reward rate decreases. Therefore, a balance between the volume of minted coins and network security is ensured. Thank you.
Thank you so much as well, Mr. Yevon, Mr. Alexander, for the answer. So I guess that answered our community members' question. So I actually let me check how much questions we still have to answer. I guess we can still answer two because I think the two of it is something about the tokens, which are probably answered. And so another question here is not everyone on the blockchain space are techy enough to understand and run nodes. Is the Waterfall protocol platform suitable for not so techy people as well? Are there any educational resources like documents or videos that can teach us in depth on how running of nodes and becoming a worker works?
Yeah, definitely. This was the purpose of one-click setup node. So a person without technical background can just download, click next, 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 and then set it up. This functionality is basically um, is relatively fresh. We released it, I think, this Friday. So I think after some field testing, probably this week, maybe next week, we will also record the videos, which will be providing the guide on how to make it, yeah, basically how to set it up and how to do everything. So, Alex, please let us know if this is already done, because I may not be aware, but the video guide may be there. If video guide is not there, then it soon will be there.
Yes, we want to release next versions because we will have some updates for user who use Docker now, and then can migrate from Docker to our native application. And after that, we will record the video and instruction how set up our nodes and on different on desktop computer. Also, in future, we will want to use our native application to set up remotely node when you can run the server and connect it our application with our server and set up nodes on server like Google Cloud, Amazon, and DigitalOcean, Ocean, and different dedicated servers. So we will provide instruction. Now we have instruction and video for run node on Docker.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. And for our live listeners out there, so we will be providing the links for the documentations, websites, and even the YouTube link of Waterfall for you guys, of course, for it to be for your convenience, of course, to help you guys on doing your own research. Maybe if you guys are interested to become or to test out the testnet. All right, so one last final question from the community is I think, all right, so his question is currently on testnet 8. Is there a faucet available here as well? And where can I find more information in this? Also, how many testnets can still be expected for the testnet phase before we can expect the mainnet launch? So, to which I think the last part of the question was answered by Mr. Sergey. Mr. Sergey mentioned earlier that the testnet 8 could probably be the last, right?
Yeah, the testnet 8 is the last, and we soon will be, currently we are undergoing security audit, and before the launch of the mainnet, so the plan for the launch of the mainnet is, well, it is actually classified information, but the plan for the launch of the mainnet is June 15th. So by this time, we should be done with the security audit, and then people will be able to start using the network. So the faucet information, again, let me start quickly share the screen. So basically, yeah, that's same page. So we go here, and here is the link to faucet. So on this page, people are able to receive their testnet water coins and to stake them and to join the network and prepare for the launch, which is going to happen in like in 2 months. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Thank you very much for answering all of our community members' questions and my questions as well. And to our live viewers out there, do not forget to mark your calendars, guys. 15th June will be the very launch of their mainnet, so do not miss this out. And if you guys would want to, try out their testnet, become an early worker, you guys can do it on their website, to which we will be providing the link for. Thank you so much, Mr. Sergey, Mr. Alexander, Mr. Yevon, for the presentation and all of the explanation regarding. I know Waterfall can be, a very complicated project for some of our listeners, but you guys made it like, in a simpler words. So thank you so much, guys. And I love your the polo shirt with the Waterfall logo. I love it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Yeah. And yes,
Thank you.
feel
You
free to ask
too.
any follow-up questions if they're present in our communities, and we will be happy to address them. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Sergey, Mr. Yevon,
Thank
Mr.
you. See you later.
See you guys soon. Thank you so much. That's our email with Waterfall, and I hope you guys learned a lot. Once again, all of the links will be posted in our Telegram community, so just kindly check it in there. Thank you so much, guys, and have a very great day. Bye.